No. We're
Oh,
going live. When I say we
all
go
right.
live, we go live.
All
And right
right.
off the bat, we got to
Okie
welcome
dokie.
back one of our co-hosts who has not been here for a few weeks because of tremendous stuff going on in the personal life. But I am Steve. I got Keith, the aforementioned Keith, right here. Welcome back, my friend.
Good to be back, fellas.
Glad to have you back here. Just in time for the stretch run for September.
There
Exactly.
you go. There it
Rodriguez.
is. Hey,
Rodriguez, how you
what's
doing, buddy?
going on? I'm doing good. I'm happy to see our rosy cheeked little cherub come back. He looks so.
Cherub.
Look at him. Look at him.
Aw, look at the
Oh,
little
see that?
dimples.
That's the weird
Wait.
thing. That's the
Where's the
weird
little
thing that you like,
dimples?
right, Farace? Don't.
No, I
Oh,
was.
now you
You
want to
said
touch him.
dimples.
I think you're gonna put it in his ear. Don't put it in his ear. Leave him
Madeline. No, I would. I've never done that before. But that's a
It's always
thing.
the
I
first
don't know.
time. There it is. See?
Madeline, what's up? Madeline's
Cuz.
joining us, and Rodriguez,
Hey, cuz.
and we will. If you notice that the show just goes to hell today, it's because we're without our producer. Producer Joe
Oh,
is living it up. Can we tell him where? If you're at Halloween Horror Nights, go and find producer Joe. He's be walking around, likely
he'll
highly
be in the porno
intoxicated.
section.
And
No, he'll be the guy that when you should be shitting your pants, he's hysterically laughing with a beard. That's him.
Oh, absolutely. And he'll
Yeah.
be laughing in a mocking type of laughter.
Yes.
Not
Oh, yeah.
just laughing.
Actually,
He'll be
let me-
mocking you.
especially
Let me
when
even-
the kids are involved,
let me
kids,
even add to that.
You know,
His whole family will be laughing.
that's
His
true.
whole
Little
family
children
will be
horrified.
mocking you. Yeah.
Yes.
That is true. The
Joe's great.
producer Joe family is actually fairly scary when they want to be. So get ready for their Halloween special. Producer Joe, it's got a Halloween special coming
Every
up,
year.
I think. Producer Joe every year. Just wait. This year will be
And
different.
he should do. Maybe we should live stream it a little bit on the network.
Oh, he
and
will
see how many
absolutely be
people
on the network. He will
how many
absolutely
people
be on
will
the network. That's already in the works. The producer Joe's unknowingly knows that I'm gonna make it happen.
as long
My
as it's
He's gonna be
happening.
mad at me again.
My ego is like this spot right behind a dog's ear, and every once in a while it needs to be scratched. So I'm just gonna throw
Yep.
this up there. I know producer Joe's not here, so taking
Looking
advantage.
good, guys.
Oh, thank
And
you.
Bohan, we're gonna get to that absolutely. Enough of the collapse talk. I don't know, Keith, if you want to pop that up there. Enough of the collapse talk since you did it before. No, it's August. Well, now it's September, and they had a rough patch. If Braves won 110 games, we'll finish second. Need to win best 2 out of 3. Dodgers won 106 last year. Won a 1-game wild card game. Absolutely, the whole talk, and I have things I want to say, but we'll say it on the back end of our wonderful opening video. And
What do we got?
let's
see.
well, it's not producer Joe, but let's get this bad boy started.
You got me.
All right, let's get back in here. For those of you just joining us, this is the Put in the Book Show, season
Welcome.
5, episode 21. Overall, this is our 170th episode,
Wow.
and really the first time that we can now say that in September we're talking about like legitimate important baseball games, as opposed to the previous 4 seasons we've been doing this. Before we get to all that, so that we can get a little bit of energy going, Keith hasn't done this in a few. Yeah, remember Stone Cold when back in the day when he used to get going on a monologue, he used to make the voice ready. Keith, get those pipes ready, and talk to us about Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters.
BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. From their roaster to your front door. I'm going to make this fast today because our show is short.
That
So
short?
make it fast. Sorry, let me move it along.
Yeah,
BrooklynWaterCrossRoasters.com from University to your
fast
front
as
door.
always.
Only the finest beans are hand selected for your pleasure. That's right, folks. Your pleasure.
Ooh.
Check it out now at
Sexy time.
www.brooklynwatercroasters.com. And if you act now, you
Farace
will
likes
get
it.
a third bag free by using the code Pop Culture Pros. That's right, Pop Culture Pros, all capital letters. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't
Right
even
there.
take advantage
It's
of
right
that.
there,
If you haven't
people.
liked Pop Culture
Stop.
Pros on Snapchat. Does Snapchat even exist anymore? TikTok,
It does. It
YouTube,
does.
it
The
does.
tiki-taki. Yeah.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Get out there and give a like to popculturepros.com. There's giveaways all the time for movies. We still doing
Hell
movie
yeah.
giveaways? I'm sorry, I'm not getting away.
Hell yeah.
I've been away, so there you go.
I thought
Make
this
sure you
was
get
going to
out
be
there.
short.
But back to BrooklynWaterCrossRoasters.com. They are amazing. I am a big fan myself. They have a 50% more caffeine line, which I love. Cinnabuzz is one of my favorites. If you like cinnamon in your coffee, this is the coffee for you. Gives you 50% more caffeine, and there's also the fan favorite, which is the dark roast dark chocolate. It
Hell
is full
yeah.
of a rich dark roasted chocolatey flavored coffee. Just gotta be careful when you're drinking it because it is a chocolatey coffee, and it will have how many calories?
Settle.
Boom. Have a third cup. I'm distracted because there's new things in here. To have a third cup, boom. BrooklynWaterCrossRoasters.com from their roaster to your front door. Only the finest beans are hand selected for your pleasure and guaranteed to ship within 24 hours of its roast date. Again, use the code PopCulturePros on your way out the door, and you will get your third bag free. Make sure you pick that third bag. Be adventurous with the flavors. There's a ton. They're all good folks. And if you don't like it, give it to your neighbor. He will be a good neighbor and cut your lawn next Saturday.
No, he won't.
I don't think so.
But, you know,
I don't think. It's,
Farace guarantees that.
It's a little.
Oh,
it's a little warm down here.
Farace
A
will
little
do
warm
it
down
for you. Farace will do it for you.
No matter where you live.
That's the Farace guarantee.
I watch the sunburn, guys. It's hot out. Yeah, just wear the hat.
Wear-
All right,
wear a
let's
hat
get
then.
to some. Let's get to some New York Mets baseball here.
down.
Since our last show, we took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. We also lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals, and we split the first 2 against the Buccos of Pittsburgh. With the final game coming in about 20 minutes, guys. Jacob deGrom is on the mound. You know, for me, you don't have a better guy coming on the mound against the Pittsburgh Pirates team. There's 2 guys in their lineup. I don't know how they're going to do it this tonight, but 2 guys in their afternoon lineup had an on-base percentage over 300. That was it. So you combine that with Jacob deGrom's nastiness. And what should we get tonight, Rodriguez? Should we taking 2 out of 3?
I'm expecting a statement to be made. You have to make a statement. There's somebody crawling up behind us, talking smack, shouting at us in whatever possible way they can. Starting the mess here. So we need to just stomp on these guys and then start stomping on other people. Because at the end of the day, we should finish first. We really should. It'll send a big, huge message to our fan base because our fan base is already losing it. Okay. I mean, now when Tom is doing well, Tom Bohan, he knows what he's talking about.
Tom is always even keeled. I don't ever have to worry about Tom.
Dude, a lot of these fans are losing their stuff about this. They think the world is over. We're a good team, man. Cowbell man, easy. Take a breath. Take a breath. We still have a lot of games. Keith, we still have a lot of games, right?
We do. And before we talk about those games,
25.
Big shout out to Mama Farace.
Mama
Farace.
Mama Farace, what's up?
We're just gonna. I gotta point this out real quick because Timmy saying
Terzio
is a big deal. They love to hate each other. Those guys are a lot of fun to watch together. Watch any of Timmy's shows, and Terzio will be trolling him, and Timmy loves it. So.
For sure. There you go.
Yeah.
There goes Terzio.
Yeah. What's up, Terzio? But yeah, it's a lot of baseball left. I mean, come on. We're currently a half game up. The Braves are the best team in baseball the last 2 months, maybe more.
Yeah.
And they only caught up on us 10 and a half games by being the best team in baseball. I mean, that is a lot, but let's be honest. The Mets are not playing shabby. We're still over 500.
We're
way over. Way over.
We're still what I mean in that
time.
You
mean recently?
Let me be specific. Yeah.
No.
In that time frame that the Braves have been the best team, we're still an over 500 team. It's not like we're collapsing.
Which means it's not a collapse. guys, which means
it's just the Braves are outplaying us right now, and
when you suck balls, when you're 5-24 in a month, that is a collapse. We've gone through that. We've gone 17 games left with or a 7-game lead with 17 games left, and that's a collapse. When you are still on pace to win 100 ball games, there's not a collapse happening. This is just the Braves have turned it on. Everything is clicked for them, including their DUI guy, Ozuna, who's getting booed out of the stadium every night.
Listen. I'm sorry, man. I'm tired of this. The Braves have turned it on. What about us not turning it off, basically?
Well,
we're
same
still
thing.
we're getting men on base. It's our thing to do. Our loss. It's our division to lose, man.
Yes.
We've been in first place this whole season. If we lose this division, it's all on us. That's the thing that I would love Met fans to understand, that how the ball players think. When the ball players are not thinking about the Braves, they're thinking about winning every game, every day. They're not thinking about yesterday, because if they do, they wouldn't be able to play this game. It would be in their heads too much. They couldn't go ahead and finish these games. So they're thinking about the moment, right now, win the game. Tomorrow takes care of tomorrow. That's all they think about. You play to win the
I just
game,
definitely
right,
heard the
Keith?
Van Halen song in my head right now. See, right now. But yeah, it's true. So think about everything you just said is 100% true, and there's no denying the fact that we have been playing great baseball. They have just been playing a little better over this short period of time, and that happens in baseball. There's cycles, right? So, and here's the deal, my opinion,
for sure.
If we're in
we haven't been playing great baseball. We haven't been playing great baseball. We've been playing good enough
really
baseball.
good baseball. They just
because
been playing a little
we haven't been driving those guys in that we're leaving on base now. In the beginning, we put the pressure on the other team by getting those guys on base, getting onto the pitcher early, and actually driving them in. Now we get them on base. We up the pitch count, but we don't score.
Rodriguez, I have a theory.
Wait, hold on real quick. I got a point for the theory. I'm sorry. My point was that whether we're in first place or a wild card, and if we're not in first place, as my friend, I'm going to be pissed off. There's no two ways about that. Okay, but even if we make it in a wild card, here's the deal: we are a better team. Do you know why? Because the Braves closer and bullpen will not take them into the playoffs deeper than ours will. And I know they like to make fun of Timmy Trumpets and Edwin Diaz, but the bottom line is they wish they had him.
So immature.
Oh my God, they'd be terrible. They'd be terrible if they had him.
Now that's Terzio saying he's not a troll, but the real trolls are the Braves, who were the other day when the Mets lost the game during that rain delay. They played the Timmy Trumpets. Here's my quick theory, and it's just a fun theory, like what we had last year, and it involves one of the same guys. Nito. Nito last year, he was sucking the life out of Lindor, and the last 2 weeks now, McCann and Nito both have started to hit, and Pete Alonso is grounding into 2 double plays in a game, and Lindor is jacked up.
But Pete Alonso played pretty well today. Went 2 for 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not worried. He's a big polar bear. Polar bear can take some guys. He could take someone that's fat and lay it around. He could give it to Nito and McCann. They really need it. They can't hit. Good Lord.
Obviously I'm just joking around there. I'm not.
No, you're not.
Actually saying that he's sucking the life out of him.
Name the best player in baseball that you think is the best in history, and I can guarantee you they had streaks of
course
slumping. I mean, come on.
It's slumps. Everyone goes through slumps.
So, wait, I do want to point out one thing today. Gary said to Keith, "Hey, what are you seeing out of Lindor lately?" And he's talking about a longer swing. Do you remember? It was about a week and a half ago. He went through like an 0 for 20.
Yeah, then little 5 for 12.
And then but so they say he's 7 for his last 45. But 0 for 20 was the first part of that 25. So he's really 7 for his last 25. They just look for things to talk about, obviously. But
they manipulate the numbers.
7 for 25 is a hell of a lot better than the 7 for 45 because you're 0 for 20.
Listen, you guys are tired. Get out the system now, because once we get in the playoffs, honestly, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear shit. Yeah. It's time to hit. It's time to play. That's the time where I don't care about stats. I don't care that you had a long season. You're slumping. That's the time to step up. Right now, Just survive.
We have
and
a
get
good
us
team. We have a team. If you guys listen to them carefully, and this will make you feel better, Keith, exactly what you're saying. These guys are on it, dude. They're about right now. They're about winning the game. They don't care about the Braves. They don't care about what the media says. Have you saw Escobar today? How happy he was.
Oh,
And
did you
that
see
guy
him
was on the
directing traffic
bench.
with the bat?
Yeah,
I
that
have
guy,
in the
yeah.
post game interview.
I mean, that's
Dude is hitting
a
again.
teammate. That's a teammate. Chris Bassett, dude. Chris Bassett says, we're not worried. We got to handle it ourselves. We're not worried
Massive
about them.
hound.
Basically, Basset Hound, absolutely. And you got to
And
skip
today,
that
the
buck
Pirates have to
who
face
doesn't let you.
doom,
Oh.
doom, doom,
Here it
doom,
is. Here it comes.
doom.
Yeah,
That's coming
Bassett.
tonight. That's coming tonight.
Oh hell
bro.
That's
yeah!
true tonight.
Little Saigon action. Madeline says, "I sent you my address. Where's my shirt?" Timmy's going to a game with Terzio
It's on its way.
on the 17th of this month. Who are they facing that day? 17th. That's a Pirates game. It's a Gary Cohen bobblehead.
It's a butt pirate game.
All right, but
Be careful,
Terzio
Terzio.
says, "I don't know, grown men play with toys."
Timmy.
First
Okay,
of all,
Terzio.
don't call
Timmy takes
Vader
no prisoners.
Vader a toy around Star Wars fans. Don't do
Right.
that.
Number one, I said
know that's
before
rule
I
number
was
one.
joking you weren't a troll, but I'm quickly changing my mind. So just watch your step, right, Terzio?
Watch it. All right. What? All right. The just recent days. Was it yesterday? Scherzer goes out. Takes himself out because of left side soreness or something. But it seems as though it's not hurting him at all. And he's when he did that interview, he said he was kind of doing the responsible thing. Because imagine if he did pull something there, that's it. He's done.
During the
done.
Pirates game? During the Pirates
Exactly.
game? I mean,
Exactly.
really? No, dude.
So
don't worry about it.
So we're all thumbs up on that. We're all good with that.
100%.
I'm very good.
Okay, good.
I'm very good. I mean, last week when he played the other team,
if Scherzer gets 20 starts during the season but plays every playoff game, we got our money worth.
Yeah.
And that's that.
He's a monster. Yeah. He's a beast. He's a competitor. He's gonna get us there. I'm telling you, him and DeGrom, these two guys with Diaz, they can get us to the promised land, dude. They can beat everybody. They really can.
I know we're short, so I'll make it quick, but just to say real fast that I really appreciate his experience and respect for the game, that he left to make sure he doesn't hurt himself and he's available for the playoffs. A lot of younger players wouldn't do that. Look at Thor when he was younger. And I can knock Thor a lot, but it's not a knock at him. He was young. He don't have that knowledge like Scherzer has.
Yeah.
He kept pitching. He hurt himself. A lot of players do that. Scherzer's like, oh, don't feel good. I'm out. I need to be in for the playoffs because he knows we're a playoff team. And that is something to really look at. The fact
that was also
Scherzer
really bad on the Mets.
We're a playoff team.
Yeah.
The Syndergaard thing, the Mets coaches, just looking back at that, they should have seen remember the pitch before he did so. They should have. This is a guy.
I can knock. Sorry, the Syndergaard all day. But
I know.
Coaches should have seen it. And Syndergaard was young, so in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna push through. He don't. Scherzer has that experience, but he knows.
There's a certain amount of pressure. It's a certain amount of pressure to play. As a young player, Syndergaard, even though as good as he is and as big as he is, he has that pressure to be on the mound and play no matter what. So he'll go through an injury
you don't want to lose your spot.
You don't want to lose your spot. You don't want to lose your time. You don't want to get sent down. So you play through it because there's a guy. Next guy up is coming, dude. The next guy is coming. He's right behind you. So you have to play through. Let me quickly
point out that we all know that he's a Philly, and we all say screw him, but we're just using him as an example.
Yeah,
he may be back next year.
Maybe.
Might be. You never know.
I take him as a number 5.
Upset if he is.
2 things I want to bring up from the comments earlier. It was Timmy. So I saw that, Timmy, right before we went on air. Some comments from Jerry Seinfeld. So he's blaming it on the Timmy trumpet performance. Obviously, he's a comedian, guys, so let's not take everything seriously. And then he goes back to saying, remember in the year 2000, who let the dogs out? And that was the end of us. So let's focus going forward.
Oh, my God. He is a comedian. But that stuff will catch on with Met fans, man. They'll hang on
hell
to
yeah.
It. Oh,
hell yeah,
God.
he will.
He might have just ruined the whole season.
Oh, no.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, yeah. Tom said that he was electric, and Jaime says F Jerry Seinfeld. And then Jaime wants to talk about how many starters would be in the playoff rotation, provided they're all healthy. So you start off with your big three, right? And then if something were to happen, then you get your walkers involved, or whoever Buck wants to go with, a Walker or hell,
Carrasco,
maybe it's Carrasco.
Peterson,
Peterson has proven himself. I
Taylor,
think Tyler, who's just about to come back. So you're gonna find that you're gonna have your top three with days off, right?
Loogie,
Ooh, Ottavino, and they even Rodriguez. I know you don't like it, but they talked very highly of the guys with the guy with the last name that's a month of the year, how he was pitching much better, and then goes out with COVID. So hopefully he's back quickly. Jaime, has he? He burned the Puerto Rican flag, Jerry Seinfeld? I was not aware of this. I'll have to look this up later.
Burned the Puerto Rican flag.
I feel like we would have known that.
Did he?
I don't know. All right, but we only have a few more minutes left. Let's
research team. Get to it.
Yeah, producer Joe, as you're stumbling. Oh, in one of his episodes. Well, he did with the Puerto Rican Day Parade, right? Yeah, I do remember. Isaac says if we win the division,
cousin in that episode?
I don't know. Last episode of Seinfeld. Oh, well, we could talk. That could be a whole nother show of another episode of talking about the last episode of Seinfeld. Isaac says if we win the division, it's 3, but if wild card, it's 4. Right? There's no break in there.
If I remember correctly, it was also Kramer who did it, and I think it was an accident. I don't think it was a malicious.
Yeah, I don't care.
Rodriguez still has Jerry Seinfeld over Carlos Beltran. Doesn't matter.
Shitty accident, but it's an accident.
Doesn't matter what happened. All right.
Right at the moment, yeah.
All right. So tonight we have in just about 8 minutes. DeGrom goes on the mound. One more with the Pirates.
It's wonderful.
One more with the Pirates. That is a damn event. I don't know if you saw my text earlier, but all of a sudden they're showing a 3-game series against the Nationals after the Brave series. Wasn't it just the Brave series was the end of it? I sent you the screenshot because I didn't want nobody to think I was crazy. But the last series of the year is the Brave series. But when you go on Mets.com now, and I sent you the screenshot, the last series is the Nationals, and it doesn't make any sense what happened. And I don't know if I'm losing it. Maybe I drank too much. Maybe this is too 100 proof. That's
iced tea.
Yeah, exactly. Apple juice. But I don't remember Tom saying that's from the start of the season. It was postponed, but I don't remember it being there.
They tacked it on. They tacked it on now because it's going to be a close division race.
I have no idea.
So
maybe I'm just losing my mind. All right, but the next,
all right, you worry too much.
Maybe. All right, so the next set is you got Tergio says don't drink and talk. We got the Pirates for 1. Then we head to Miami for 3 against the Marlins, and then 3 against the Cubs at home. So again, we talk about the schedule being easy, but we've known from being the spoilers, right? That these teams, they got the guys that are going to be playing hard and whatnot. We just got to shut them down and show them who the dominant team is. So Keith, the only team, you got the Braves and then you got the Brewers. Outside of that, it's all shitty teams. But if you're Buck, how do you address the team? This is what we got moving forward for the rest of the season.
I make sure that they're aware that these teams should not be treated lightly. Nobody should walk into these games as if it's a gimme game because these teams, as we saw in this last national series before the Pirates, love to play spoiler. And as Met fans, we know what it's like to be in that position, unfortunately. And it is fun when you're out to play spoiler. And these teams will be coming for our neck. And these guys,
David, don't freak out, David. We got this.
But these look at David. But these guys who come out and play their game for these teams who have losing records are still Major League Baseball players and very capable. Now, we need to just make sure we're going out there steady, consistent, approaching every game like they're the best team in baseball all the way through the World Series and through our championship.
Isaac says, give the Apollo Creed. There is no tomorrow. Jets on Sunday. Terzio, tomorrow we're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll talk about the Jets a little bit tomorrow. But we just have a few more minutes, like we said, a little pregame show here. And so let's go round robin here with any final thoughts. Rodriguez, what you got?
Well, I mean, we have weak teams coming up. We got to take every series. We can't lose a series anymore. I mean, the minimum is to take every series. Now we really have to step up, start driving runners back in again, start ramping up the score on teams early, put them down in the beginning in the first third of the game, just smash them, and then coast into the rest of the game. We gotta toughen up, man. We got to be a championship team, and I think we can. We have the guys. The attitude, the mental attitude is there. These guys are tough, man. Let's just see the talent. It's Escobar's back. At least we got somebody else that can hit now.
You got and he's showing the pop. That's kind of what we've got him for. 25 home run power.
We need another 10 home runs out of him for the rest to finish off the year. These guys are tired. Our offense is tired. And our pitching staff is tired. So we got to step it up, man. Step it up. Yeah. That's my final thought. Step it up.
Step it up. David says, win enough so the final Braves series doesn't mean anything. It's not the final series anymore. It's the Nationals are the final series. But that's so weird. They've been talking about this as the final series. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out there. I don't know what's going
back
on.
to it again. Okay, forget that, dude.
I feel okay. All right, that's fine. Next week, you give my personal number. Okay. Well, why don't you just send it to Tim? Just send it to Tim, Terzio.
What are we talking about? Is it Tim and Terzio show? Let's go.
Terzio said Terzio is asking me to give his number to Timmy. All right, Keith.
Thank you.
Just a couple quick things. So first of all, I'd just like to say that there's no collapse. The Mets are playing good baseball. The Braves currently are playing better baseball. Still think we're a better team. Still think we're going to end up at first. Let's go Mets. And I just want to give a couple Fwakatas. I've been gone for a little bit. So I really narrowed down my Fwakatas. I had about 40 of them. But I'm going to go with about 10 or so. So we're just going to just zoom through them real quick. We're just going to say number one, first and foremost, Fwakata Braves, Fwakata Austin Riley, Fwakata
this is like Stone Cold.
What? Fwakata annoying Met fans.
What?
Fwakata Collapse Talk. Fwakata Timmy Trumpet mocking nonsense talk. Fwakata men's offense slump talk. What? Fwakata Braves again.
What?
Fwakata Seinfeld and his commentary.
What?
Commentary. Fwakata the Pirates, baby. Fwakata. One last Fwakata. Fwakata Scherzer injury talk because he will be in the playoffs with us.
Yeah.
Let's go Mets. That was a good little Fwakata session.
That was a nice little Fwakata, rapid fire.
If Farace didn't interrupt you after every Fwakata, I would have been nice.
He was
always so rude.
That was Stone Cold. What?
He was pumping me up. I felt like throwing beers at him.
That's Timmy's favorite Stone Cold thing is the what chant.
I had no problem with that. If we weren't short on time, I would have stopped and waited for his what after I heard him saying it, but we're short on time. So on to you, Farace.
All right. I got nothing left. These guys gave you the spiel here. Let's go DeGrom. Sygrom goes tonight. We take this division. And that's it. We'll keep you updated on in the group. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Let's go Mets against these.
Let me just say,
Barack,
I knew it.
You did mention.
Yep, I did only have like one or two I was going to go through. I had a bunch. I was going to give one or two, but I did rapid fire because of your comment, Mama Farace. So that was
yeah. All right. Now that'll do it. And until next week, let's go Mets. Boom.